All right, thank you for joining me. Shop Time with Gene. Today on the bench, got the iconic 2343, baby. Yeah, I picked this up at a garage sale. I picked up both units, the powered unit and the dummy unit. And this is the earlier ones with the screens. So what we're going to do today is just take this apart and do two videos. This one's just to get the unit apart, and then I'll do a video on restoring or cleaning up the motors. So I took the liberty of taking the three screws out in the bottom that hold the top on. Those are out. Now we got the stuff. But anyways, I also took the two horn screws out so we can make that quick and easy. And I'll take the light bulb out, throw it in there with the parts. So we got the horn, we got both these motors. They call them the growler motors because they have straight gears in them and gear reduction, and they're just growly. If they were helically cut gears, they would be a lot quieter. But anyways, so we got the horn relay unit and we got the E unit. And we're going to try to get some of this apart today. So let's get at it. We'll take these four screws out for the motor. And yeah, I was really lucky to pick these up. Like I said, I picked them up at a garage sale. And I got them for a pretty good price. I like to put all my parts in a magnetic tray so we don't lose them. And that motor should be pretty much free now. Yep. Okay. So we got that one free. And we'll take these two screws out and get this one free. Now, I'm looking at this and I'm seeing a couple insulating screws there, and this wire is going to be the track. Yeah, that goes down to the pickup, power pickup wire. So I'm going to unsolder that from there, and then I can remove all this. At least I believe so. Never been into one of these, but they're like every other Lionel. They're pretty straightforward. All right, so we got the two motors loose. We got the horn loose. Yeah, we have a track pickup wire there and a couple screws here with the insulated washers. And that plate should be insulated as well underneath, which I do see it. Fish paper. Yeah, this is, I never owned one of these 2343s, and I'm excited to have one. And yeah, they got some either Bakelite or plastic insulators there. Careful of this little wire. All right, let me get the insulator off. Put that with the screw. Yeah, so this wasn't running right now. It tried. It had power, but it wasn't working. This one had power. The back one wasn't working, and I think it's just a lot of, just needs some love and attention and some maintenance here. All right, so I think in theory, there's one more screw back here that holds the E unit on. Yep. Now, once I unsolder that other wire, we should be able to lift that off as a unit. I got my trusty soldering gun here. And should be able to lift all this off. Yeah, we will. Just got to get this power wire off here without unsoldering everything if I can. Baby. Why aren't you coming off? Oh, you know what? It might go through a hole on there. There we go. All right. Now we should be able to lift this all out. And then we have the frame. got a light bulb wire as well. There we go. Now we have the frame with the trucks. All right, we're making progress. Oop, that came right off. All right, we got a spring on this end. I'm going to throw that in there. Look at that. That wasn't too bad. We'll clean this up, and here's that insulating paper. See, everything's covered in oil and grime. It's not too bad, though. It's really clean for the most part, right? But it needs some love. Yeah. All right, so we can set this aside. For now, we'll get at the trucks. Look at, yeah, they actually look pretty good. But we can take these rails off, and we can take the cover plate off of this. All right, so let's pop the side ladders and the side of the trucks off. There's one. And that should be two. And I'll put these in the magnetic plate as well. This keeps me from losing parts. And then we can take these off. Yeah, part two, I'll show how we go through those motors. I just wanted to show, I didn't want too long of a video, but I wanted to show the quick disassembly of this. This plate should pop off, and it does. We'll clean all these parts up later. And this one I gotta take off with we got a clip here. Don't want to lose these. And that should come off now. Maybe not. Is that? Yeah, we should be able to get that off. Oh, let me take the... Oh. Actually, I got to figure out how to get in there to get at those screws to take that off. Let's see. Can't go any higher with that. So, I think what I got to do is take the coupler off. I don't know if I got you guys in view or not. Get a smaller screwdriver. Now I should take the coupler off, I believe. Nope, just a coupler bracket. Does that give me enough room to get this off yet? No. All right. How do we go about that? I can't get at the screws for the front. Oh, there we go. All right. There we go. Now we're making progress. Take these two screws out, and this will all be apart. So that's pretty much it. And I'll give these drive gear a good cleaning, good servicing, clean them up, oil them up, get rid of all the rust. Come on, baby. Oh. Really? It's got to be a way to do this. Should pop off. But I'm still hitting on that. Yeah, I don't know how to, I don't want to break that coupler, that magnetic coupler. That is interesting. I bet you if I unsolder it, I can get that to turn at the right angle to get this apart. Maybe not. You know, I really don't know. Well, anyways, let's leave that for now. I could unsolder it and then, but we'll leave that for now. And let's take the front truck here apart. And look at the drivetrain in this one. Note these aren't tapered. The front ones for the front plate are tapered. Take this plate off. All right. Yeah. There's our worm gears. They don't look bad. They just look like they can need some love. The biggest part of probably why this wasn't running was the brushes and the commutator is dirty. You can clean all that up. But yeah, but if you're going to do it right. Take it all apart. We can take these off as well. Make sure you guys are in view here. Get my hand out of the way. So we'll take these side rails off, and ladders off, side plates. There we go. Nope. So for the most part, we got it down to the trucks. We got the frame and the motors with the horn relay and the E-unit. And this will be a separate video on those. And then I'll come back, these will be cleaned, and we'll work on those. All right, so there's part one of taking the iconic Santa Fe 2343 apart. In pretty good condition, you know, fair to good. And then I'll clean this up and probably throw some wax on it and even bring a little more life out of it. But yeah, that's about it. It looks intimidating with all this stuff, but it's really quite simple once you kind of understand it. All right, so there's part one, and I'll see you for part two.